Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got a rough one tonight. So, Daniel Perry was a man that was driving Uber a few years ago in Austin, and then he came across a Black Lives Matter mob in which they surrounded his vehicle. They were kicking the vehicle, and then one of the individuals had an AK-47 in which, at least according to Daniel Perry, had pointed at him, and in this moment of chaos, and in this moment of, and you have to remind yourself, this is after someone had been shot and killed in Utah by a Black Lives Matter mob, when they just walked up to the vehicle, surrounded his vehicle, and shot the driver. For no apparent reason, the guy wasn't trying to run people over, he was at a stop, and they surrounded him and killed him. And you had Black Lives Matter and Antifa going around, smashing up cars, beating people. You had them ripping people out of cars in certain places. And so this man had a gun on him. He was driving Uber, but he had a gun. And he shot and killed that person that was at the side of his car around with the mob. And to me, it's a pretty dang easy case of self-defense. Of the fact that, like I said, there was so many riots happening around the United States at the time. There were so many examples of Black Lives Matter. There's 20 plus dead people that happened from the Black Lives Matter riots. And the Summer of Love, right? So, and this guy's driving down Austin. He's been an Uber driver. He's in the Army. And comes across a mob, and they surround his vehicle, and they start, kicking his vehicle, hitting the windows, doing things like that, as we've seen thousands of times from Black Lives Matter and Antifa individuals. And one guy has a gun, has an AK-47 that's pointing in the window. Yeah, that's one of the rules of gun safety. If you know anything about guns, you never point the weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. So, if someone's pointing a gun at me, I can only assume that they want to shoot me and kill me. And in that situation, if someone has a gun and they're pointing it at me and I get a chance and I have a gun on me, I am going to take them out in self-defense, because I have no idea what that person's doing. Because by every rule that they teach anywhere, by every metric, if you point the gun at someone, you are intending to kill them. You're not allowed to. You're not supposed to. You're brandishing the weapon at them. That shows an intent to hurt, an intent to kill. So this guy was just, it just came out today that he was found guilty. And he was indicted for murder by a Soros-funded DA. What do you know? Good old George Soros. And he's going around throwing hundreds of millions of dollars into United States District Attorney's pockets. It's amazing, right? But so we got Soros-funded DAs all over the place that are going after people on the right and more, freedom-minded laws, policies, all this good stuff. But so we have a pretty clear case of self-defense, but this guy gets convicted. So yeah, we're getting to we're coming to a fast point where people aren't going to trust the system, where you're not going to trust the system. And what do we do? What do we do when we're not, when we don't think that we're going to get a fair trial, or we think there's a two-tier justice system and you're not going to get a fair trial, and there's no such thing as self-defense anymore? Why would people buy into the system and be good law-abiding citizens if it's going to work against them? You're going to have everybody. I don't know. This is one of those grains of sand that ever pushes towards civil war and pushes to conflicts happening and things happening, because we have a breakdown in the system where people are getting killed in their cars by Black Lives Matter riots. They're allowed to go out and burn the cities down. They're allowed to beat people up. They're allowed to kill people. And when someone defends himself, when someone shoots a guy that's pointing a weapon at them as he's surrounded by a mob in his car just trying to do a job late at night, he gets convicted. That breaks down trust in the system. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. And it's only going to lead to worse things. Greg Abbott, this is a huge, important moment for you. As governor of the state of Texas, pardon this man immediately. You shouldn't even wait. He's like, pardon. He's Spartan. Self-defense. If you believe in the idea of Texas and what we stand for, or just the United States in general, but even more so Texas. Texas is almost its own branding inside the United States of a symbol for freedom and doing what we want, and just and guns and self-defense and just everything of like the traditional values that we value. That's what Texas is all about. You, as the governor of Texas, fix this right now. Yeah, everyone's got to start drawing a hard line in the sand and figure out where you stand on it. Because eventually, hiding in the middle ain't going to work anymore. This is going to come to, we're heading to some dark times where bad things are going to happen. And what does this message send to Black Lives Matter? Okay, we're gonna start surrounding more cars with guns and rifles, and we're gonna start shooting more people up because police ain't arresting us. They're not coming after us. It's easier just to go after the conservatives. And even in the trial, the cops said that they believed it was self-defense. Like, oh man, this is wild. I don't know if he has a GoFundMe. I don't even know what we do. I'm sure it's going to be a pill and it's going to carry on. But right now, that's what you go. If you have any kind of social media, if you have anything, you go tag Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, and you tell him, let him know what he needs to do. We all know what needs to happen here. This is bad. This is breaking down the trust in the system. It's not good. Yeah, I kind of miss the comment and subscribe and like that because I saw this and just was heated and excited. But if you can, please hit that like button, share the video, subscribe. Also got a t-shirt company with some other apparel and towels and things. If you like political attire or patriotic attire, go check it out. Traditional extremist apparel. I got a Shopify. I'll post the link in the description for you if you're interested. Until next time, guys, y'all have a great evening.